Dear Sonja, dear brother Fehr, dear morning family, dear brothers and sisters. Yes, a memorable divine service which we experience tonight. And I feel so small, by far too small, to say something now. Our chief apostle did that in a great way, and my impression of this divine service was as if we would take a diamond and would hold it against the light and would turn it around, and the facets of this diamond would just light up. And this is the way, dear chief apostle, how I experienced your serving tonight. We think of our chief apostle Fehr like a diamond with so many layers that we can see there, 24 or 32, I don't know, but just a few were actually illuminated tonight. But it touched my soul deeply. This firm faith, this love, and I want to say this in a very personal way, and everyone has got personal experiences with our chief apostle. When I heard of what he taught us, and I think of the way how he widened our view to us Europeans, or I may say to us Germans, widened the view of looking in a different way to the work of God and to change our view and to find out that there is so much more far beyond our way of thinking about these things. And he was so concerned about something, and that came out of his love. That separations that came up and established themselves over the years, that he wanted to overcome them. And I do not forget the prayers that he spoke when we met again with these groups, where you could feel the love coming out of these prayers when he said, Father, let them be united, so like I am united with you and you with me. We felt that, we sensed that. How much you, dear Sonja, supported him in this important task. Right now I feel as it just happened today. When he said, upon the birth of my son, you can say whatever you want, but the best and the most beautiful woman in the world I married. And I think of some moments when we were together with him and he talked about his family. And he said to us, when Richard actually cried for the first time as a young boy, he just realized it was too boring and then he fell asleep. And then there were also hours when he suffered a lot because his wife was not well, when she was ill. And that was the first time in my life when I saw the chief apostle cry because Sonja was ill. And then I realized how much support you were for him. Brothers and sisters, let me just tell you about this because we experienced so much together. And the chief apostle once was tired because of traveling, and on a Saturday we were together And the chief apostle just took a nap, and Sonia just watched so that he may not sleep in. He looked after him. Both served each other with their gift. And your marriage was a blessing for the work of God. Sonia, forgive me for saying this now. In the name of so many, I want to say a special thank you to you for the love that you gave. And the chief apostle also had a special characteristic. I wanted to touch this as well. He did not care about things that were not essential. He always looked at the essential things. Chief Apostle Fehr once was traveling to a place, and I just want to close soon after this now, and he had a great connection, close connection to Switzerland. And we arrived at the airport after his journey coming from abroad, and he saw the cross of Swiss Air. I don't know if I may say this now. And then he said, when he saw the airplane with the Swiss Air cross, now we go back home again. And then he just got rid of everything that he had with him that wasn't necessary for traveling home. And I looked at him and said to him, Chief Apostle, where is your boarding pass? Well, he also got rid of the boarding pass. He just threw it away. We could sort this out. I want to close with this thought. The ticket to our heavenly home, he has now just handed in. And we wish him this silence, this peace, and we look forward to seeing him again. And during this time, dear Sonia, dear brother Fehr, we promise you, we will accompany you in prayer. We wish you the fullness of comfort, and we will not forget the teacher, of whom Daniel in a similar way said that the teachers will be illuminated in a way that we can't imagine it. And they have led everyone to the righteousness like the stars. Thank you, dear God, that you have brought this man into life, that you have granted him so many gifts and talents that he used to serve you. And I say this in a very personal way. Thank you, dear Chief Apostle Fehr, what you have done for my soul. Amen.